Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to deliver a lesson for class 12th, subject Zoology. My today's topic is vaccination and immunization. The term vaccination or the term vaccine is derived from the word vaca, that means cow. In fact, Edward Jenner first designed the vaccine for cowpox, and that is why Edward Jenner is considered as the father of vaccination. And then in 1885, Louis Pasteur discovered the rabies vaccine, which had a great impact in the field of vaccination. Now, the vaccination is actually the process of introduction of vaccine into the body to produce antibodies against the antigen to neutralize the effect of pathogens during actual infection. And these vaccines are usually killed or attenuated microbes or pathogens, or a small subunit or a part of these microorganisms which actually cause the primary response, immune response in the body, that ultimately leads to the improvement of immunization. As you can see in this sketch, antigens are injected or administered into the body to elicit the primary immune response, in which the body, in response to these antigens, produces antibodies that have the capability of neutralizing or destroying these antigens. This is the first immune response, primary immune response, which leads to the secondary immune response on the subsequent attack by the same pathogen. And we know, and we have already studied, that the secondary immune response is very strong and fast immune response to combat the disease-producing microbes or the infection of these microorganisms. Now, first of all, we must understand what actually is an antigen. Antigen is basically a preparation or extract of dead or attenuated pathogen. Attenuated means weakened pathogen, which is not having the capability of causing a disease but can elicit an immune response that causes primary immune response and produces antibodies. So vaccines are actually dead or weakened pathogens introduced into the body. These vaccines also generate memory B and T cells that can recognize the antigen quickly on subsequent exposure and overwhelm the invaders with a massive production of antibodies, which we know as secondary immune response. Thus, the principle of immunization or vaccination is based on the property of memory of the immune system, which is in the form of primary immune response and the secondary immune response, which we have already studied in detail in our previous topic. Now, we will understand about the types of these vaccines. So far, the types of these vaccines are concerned. These vaccines are broadly classified into whole agent vaccine or a subunit vaccine. These whole agent vaccines, they are further categorized into two types, that is live attenuated vaccine, which may be bacterial or viral. As already said, that these attenuated means the weakened pathogens which have lost the capability of causing a disease but retain the capability of generating the immune response. Similarly, the second type is the inactivated vaccine or killed vaccine, in which actually these pathogens or microorganisms are first killed by treating them with formalin, so that there is no chance of causing the disease by these microbes, but obviously they can cause the generation of immune response. And the third type is the toxoid vaccine, which is in fact an inactivated toxin. Although we can classify or divide these vaccines through many other ways, but it is the easiest way how we can classify them. The examples of live attenuated vaccines are such as vaccine for tuberculosis, which is also known as BCG, or OPV is the second this live attenuated vaccine, which stands for oral polio virus, which is a very common vaccine. Also, measles vaccine, rotavirus vaccine, and yellow fever vaccine are the examples of live attenuated vaccines. Now, second type is the inactivated or killed vaccine. For example, IPV, inactivated poliovirus vaccine, whole cell pertussis vaccine are the examples of inactivated or killed vaccine. Now, the third type is the subunit vaccine, in which actually a fragment of this organism is used as an antigen, which is not having the capability of causing the disease, but obviously can cause the immune response in the person. The examples of these vaccines are Haemophilus influenza type B vaccine, pneumococcal vaccines such as PCV7, PCV10, and PCV13. Also, for hepatitis, there is Hep B vaccine. Now, the fourth type is the toxoid vaccine. For example, tetanus toxoid, diphtheria toxoid. These vaccines are actually produced from the exotoxins produced by the gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, in which the toxicity is removed, and then this detoxified, these toxins are called as toxoids, which are actually introduced into the body to improve the immunization. This was all about vaccination and immunization. Thank you.